The Diomede Islands are two stark rocky islands located in the Bering Strait. They sit almost exactly on the international dateline. Big Diomede belongs to Russia. Little Diomede is part of the United States. These islands are separated by just 2.4 miles of frigid, treacherous water. The Bering Strait, which separates Russia and Alaska, is known for its harsh conditions. It is often choked with ice flows. The Diomedes are subject to fierce winds and long, dark winters. Despite the challenges, the islands have been home to indigenous people for millennia. The indigenous people of the Diomedes are the Inuit. They share a common heritage and language. For centuries, they moved freely between the islands. They traded, hunted, and celebrated together. This changed dramatically during the Cold War. The Diomedes may be geographically close, separated by just a few miles of the Bering Strait. On a clear day, you can even see one island from the other. However, they are worlds apart in terms of culture and politics. The stark differences between the Russian influence on Big Diomede and the Inuit traditions on Little Diomede are evident. Big Diomede is home to a Russian military base, a strategic outpost in the Arctic region. It is uninhabited by civilians, with only military personnel stationed there. The island is a stark reminder of Russia's strategic interests in the Arctic, serving as a critical point for military operations and surveillance. Little Diomede, in contrast, is a small, isolated community. The village is nestled on the rocky shores, with homes built to withstand the harsh Arctic conditions. Roughly 110 people live there, forming a tight-knit community where everyone knows each other. They are mostly of Inuit descent, preserving their rich cultural heritage through generations. Life on Little Diomede is tied to subsistence hunting and fishing. The community relies on the bounty of the sea and the land for their survival.
Despite the political divide, the islands share a common ecosystem. The harsh yet beautiful Arctic environment shapes the lives of those who inhabit these islands. They are home to a variety of marine mammals. These include walruses, which can often be seen lounging on the ice, seals, which are a crucial part of the local diet, and polar bears, the majestic predators of the Arctic. The islands are also important breeding grounds for seabirds. These birds travel vast distances to nest on the rocky cliffs of the Diomedes. The people of Little Diomede maintain a strong connection to their heritage. Their traditions and way of life are deeply intertwined with the natural world around them. They keep alive their traditions through storytelling, crafts, and community gatherings, passing down knowledge and skills to the younger generations. They yearn for the days when they could freely visit family and friends across the ice, a time when the political divide was less pronounced, and the shared heritage of the Diomedes was more easily celebrated.
The concept of an aerial bridge is simple, yet powerful. Imagine a connection that transcends the usual boundaries, linking remote areas in a way that seems almost magical. During the winter months, the Bering Strait freezes over, transforming the landscape into a vast, icy expanse. This natural phenomenon creates a solid ice bridge between the Diomede Islands, a rare and fleeting opportunity. This ice bridge is strong enough to support a temporary runway, a lifeline in the harsh winter months. The runway wouldn't need to be large or elaborate. A simple, minimalistic design would suffice, just enough to handle the essentials. It would be suitable for small, light aircraft, the kind that can maneuver easily in such conditions. These planes could land and take off directly on the ice, making the most of the natural runway. This would create a vital link between the islands, facilitating travel and transport in a way that is otherwise impossible during the winter. The construction of such a runway would be a logistical challenge, requiring careful planning and execution. However, it is technically feasible. Engineers and planners have studied the conditions and determined that it can be done. The ice is thick enough to support the weight of small aircraft, ensuring safety and stability. The runway could be marked with flags and lights for safety, guiding pilots and ensuring visibility even in low-light conditions. This aerial bridge would only be operational for a few months out of the year, during the peak of winter when the ice is at its thickest. But even a temporary connection could have a lasting impact, providing critical access and fostering a sense of connection in these remote areas. The aerial bridge is more than just a runway on ice. It's a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of connectivity, even in the most challenging environments. Light general aviation aircraft are uniquely suited for this mission. They are relatively inexpensive to operate. They can land on short, unimproved runways. This makes them ideal for connecting remote communities. These aircraft could transport people, mail, and essential supplies between the islands. This would be a lifeline for the residents of Little Diomede. It would reduce their isolation. It would provide them with greater access to goods and services. More importantly, the aerial bridge would serve as a powerful symbol of reconnection. It would demonstrate that even in the face of political barriers, human connections can endure. Light aviation has the power to bring people together.
Imagine an international event held on the ice between the Diomede Islands. People from both Russia and the United States gather on the frozen sea. They would come to celebrate peace, culture, and cooperation. The temporary runway would be the centerpiece of this event. Light aircraft would fly in from both sides, symbolizing the coming together of nations. There would be traditional Inuit dances, music, and storytelling. This event would attract global attention to the Diomedes. It would highlight the importance of cross-cultural understanding. It would showcase the potential for peace and cooperation, even in the most unlikely of places. The Diomede Peace Zone, a symbol of unity. The area surrounding the temporary runway could be designated as the Diomede Peace Zone. This symbolic gesture would underscore the commitment to dialogue and cooperation. It would serve as a reminder of what unites us rather than divides us. Within this peace zone, cultural exchanges could flourish. Scientists from both countries could collaborate on research projects. There could be joint search and rescue exercises. The peace zone would be a beacon of hope in a world often fraught with tension. It would demonstrate that even small steps can lead to significant breakthroughs in international relations. Beyond borders, impacts, and opportunities. The aerial bridge project is not just a physical connection. It represents a monumental leap in human collaboration and ingenuity. The impacts of the aerial bridge would extend far beyond the Diomede Islands. It would revolutionize the way we think about connectivity in remote and challenging environments. It would serve as a model for other regions of the world facing similar challenges. This project could inspire similar initiatives in other isolated areas, fostering global connectivity. Culturally, the initiative would help preserve and revitalize the shared heritage of the Inuit people. It would provide a platform for the Inuit to showcase their rich traditions and history to a global audience. It would allow for the free exchange of traditions, language, and knowledge. This cultural exchange would enrich both the local communities and visitors, creating a deeper understanding and appreciation of Inuit culture. This would be invaluable for future generations. By preserving these traditions, we ensure that the unique cultural identity of the Inuit people is maintained and celebrated. Socially, the project would foster understanding and empathy between the people of Russia and the United States. It would create a space for dialogue and mutual respect, breaking down barriers that have existed for decades. By interacting with each other on a regular basis, stereotypes would be broken down and friendships would be formed. These interactions would pave the way for a more peaceful and cooperative future. The aerial bridge would also create unique tourism opportunities. The pristine beauty of the Diomede Islands would attract adventurers and nature enthusiasts from around the globe. People from all over the world would be drawn to experience the natural beauty of the Diomedes and witness firsthand this extraordinary example of international cooperation. This influx of tourists would boost the local economy, providing new opportunities for businesses and creating jobs for the local population. The economic benefits would be substantial, leading to improved infrastructure and services for the local communities. The aerial bridge project is not just about connecting 2 points on a map, it's about connecting people, cultures, and opportunities, creating a brighter future for all involved. Reconnecting history, a vision of unity. Imagine a future where the Diomede Islands are no longer divided, but united. A future where the aerial bridge becomes a permanent fixture, with a more robust airstrip capable of handling larger aircraft. This would allow for the free flow of people and goods between the islands. Families separated for decades could reunite. Economic opportunities would arise. The Diomedes could become a shining example of what can be achieved when nations choose cooperation over conflict. This vision may seem idealistic, but it is not beyond the realm of possibility. By taking small, practical steps, such as establishing the aerial bridge, we can lay the groundwork for a more peaceful and interconnected future. Aviation, a force for peace. The story of the Diomede Islands and the aerial bridge is a testament to the power of aviation. Aviation is not just about transportation, it is about connecting people, cultures, and ideas. When used wisely, aviation can be a powerful force for peace. It can help break down barriers, build trust, and create a more just and equitable world. The aerial bridge is a symbol of this potential. It is a reminder that even in the most remote corners of our planet, hope can take flight.